A Brief History of Women's Rights by Hannah, Chloe, and Jake. In 1920, women started joining the workforce due to men leaving for war, and this then led to the 19th Amendment being ratified. The 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote, and the 19th Amendment then caused the women's rights movement to excel throughout the 1900s. In 1921, the American Birth Control League was founded. In 1936, information about contraception was no longer classified as obscene, and the information was distributed by the American Birth Control League. And this turned into what we now know as Planned Parenthood in 1942. The first lesbian organization, named the Daughters of Bilitis, was created in 1955. This organization was the first lesbian civil and political rights organization. It was also an alternative to lesbian bars. In 1960, the FDA approves the birth control pill. This means that the pill was constituted as safe and it was sold in pharmacies. This then led to the sexual revolution, allowing people to feel free about their sexual habits without marriage. In 1963, the Equal Pay Act was ratified, and the theory behind the Equal Pay Act was that if women did the same job as a man, then they would get the same amount of pay. This wasn't actually true because every dollar that a man made, a woman would make 69 cents. And this then led to now women make 1 more cent than they did back in 1963, so therefore the Equal Pay Act wasn't actually doing anything. In 1965, the Supreme Court eliminated laws prohibiting contraceptives for married couples. This means that married couples could use contraception to avoid pregnancy throughout their marriage. Then, in 1972, the Supreme Court ruled the right to privacy includes non-married people the right to use contraception. Up until 1969, the only way to get a divorce was to prove some sort of fault in the marriage, such as an affair or abuse. But in 1969, California passed the first no-fault divorce law, allowing couples to get a divorce based solely on mutual consent. Later, a law was passed that led to equal division of property. After equal pay was enacted, employers would change the name of women's jobs in order to pay them less. In 1970, the Supreme Court ruled that jobs only have to be substantially equal to get equal pay. They don't have to be identical. After schools became co-educational, girls still faced sexual discrimination in STEM programs and athletics and sexual harassment. And in 1972, sexual discrimination was banned in schools. In 1973, the Supreme Court ruled that a woman's right to safe abortion was more important than local laws against abortion, unless the pregnancy is in the 3rd trimester, then allowing a child to live outside of the womb. Up until the mid-1970s, states had a spousal exceptions law, which meant that a husband who raped his wife could avoid conviction based on the fact that they were married. However, in 1976, Nebraska passed the first marital rape law, meaning from that point forward, a rapist could not escape prosecution due to the fact that he was married to his victim. These things led to the world that we live in today, and the feminist movement lives on. Yay!